It's time to try some more Adagio Tea. And this one is their Christmas Tinsel Teas blends, and I'm really excited about these. So of course, Adagio made Halloween teas for Halloween that had fun jimmies and like sprinkles and colored sugar in there, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. So when they announced they had a Christmas blend as well, or a Christmas set, I decided I had to get that as well. So 6 more blends that have fun things in them. Let's get trying them all. First up, we have this Chestnuts Roasting Tea. It is chestnut tea with lapsang souchong, cinnamon, and sunflower sprinkles. If you're not familiar with lapsang, it is a very smoky tea. I enjoy it in small quantities in other teas because it gives it a nice smokiness, sometimes more of a almost a meaty flavor, I want to say. Not necessarily meaty, I guess umami, maybe? But I think it'll go really well with this chestnuts roasting because it will, paired with the chestnuts, it'll actually taste like cooked, smoked chestnuts or something. So I'm really excited about that one. All right, let's try it. This is with some added rock sugar, but I don't have any milk in it yet. It looks kind of like that. It's just a dark tea. It's very hot. But it has a nice flavor. I made it pretty sweet because I added the sugar, but it's not overly smoky. Sometimes lapsang has a problem of taking over any blend that it's in, but it's got a nice round flavor, I guess. It's pretty delightful. It's I don't know what chestnuts taste like by themselves, so I can't say if this tea tastes like real chestnuts, I guess, but it is a pretty delightful tea. I can imagine walking through London drinking this. Sorry, I'm picturing Penry Dreadful in like the second episode where he's eating chestnuts, and yes. But it is a pretty good tea. I'm gonna add some milk and see how it tastes. I'm sure it'll be even better. But pretty delightful. Here's the second tea from Adagio's Tinsel Teas, and it is Cozy Candy Cane. Candy cane tea, peppermint tea, vanilla tea, and candy cane sprinkles. And look how cute they are. They're actually in candy cane shapes. So first off, the tea in the tin, it doesn't smell as pepperminty as I would have expected. It smells a little more candy-ish, I guess. I don't know if it's because it's been in a box with a bunch of other teas, so it's kind of taken on those smells, because peppermint kind of gives other teas the smell. But it's, if you aren't a big fan of super pepperminty things, so far, I'm still on the plate now, it doesn't smell super pepperminty. I don't know why, but I'm excited to try it. It's pretty good. The vanilla and the candy cane, or the peppermint in there, make it a little more smooth, I would say. The peppermint doesn't sting as much, I guess. I mean, it doesn't actually sting, but you know, peppermint has like a bright flavor to it, and the vanilla kind of calms it a little bit. But the peppermint is still definitely in there. It comes through more in the flavor than it does in the smell. But it is a pretty cozy drink. I would have to agree. It is a cozy candy cane. So definitely, if you like peppermint candy cane flavors, this would be a good tea for you, especially if you like having a more kind of a smoother flavor with the vanilla in there. Very festive, and I do enjoy it. Here is Deck the Halls. It's Christmas tea with cream tea, cocoa nibs, and Christmas tree sprinkles. And look how festive and pretty it is. Ouch, it's hot.
I was trying to remember, I know who it is, but
This is great with all the talking and the music in the background. No, it's fine. The Deck the Halls is really, it's pretty delightful. It's got a little hint of spice. It's creamy. I added milk, so that might be why it's creamy, but it does taste like Christmas, and it's a pretty nice cup. The cream really comes through, and I think cream is probably one of my favorite teas, so I'm glad that it's coming through. But again, it's really festive, and it's not super over-the-top complicated blend, but the cream and Christmas just give it a really nice Christmassy tea flavor. I really recommend this one. Jolly Gingerbread. Gingerbread tea with almond tea, chocolate chai, and gingerbread sprinkles. And look, little tiny gingerbread men. When I first read that with the font, I thought it said jelly gingerbread, and I was like, a gingerbread man with jelly on it. That might be delicious. And now I'm thinking that's how I want to try a gingerbread. But in the tin, it does smell like gingerbread. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of gingerbread cookies. I find them to be too dry and not as exciting as you expect them to be. But this tea does smell really good, and I think having the gingerbread flavor as a tea will be much more enjoyable than as a cookie. Gingerbread men should just be for decoration. So just smelling it, it kind of reminds me of s'mores a little bit. I know there's no chocolate in here, but I guess the gingerbread kind of reminds me of a graham cracker, and then the vanilla in there. It smells like a sweet tea. I did add some sugar and milk in here, so it is a little sweeter than what you would get if you don't add sugar. But the flavors themselves, like the gingerbread in there and the vanilla, it will make it more of a sweet tea rather than like a fruity or even some of the more savory or even like the grassy tea blends. But it's very nice. It's got the spice in there that you would expect from a gingerbread cookie. It is a very nice Christmas tea. If you do like gingerbread, or even if you aren't a big fan of gingerbread, but you want some gingerbread flavor, I think this is a great tea. The vanilla really smooths out the gingerbread that's in there. The masala chai gives it a nice warmth and a little bit more of a depth and enhances the gingerbread that's in there. And the little gingerbread men sprinkles that are in there are so cute. So definitely another good blend. Here is the Kris Kringle tea. It is decaf vanilla, chocolate chips, decaf hazelnut, sin cream, which is delicious by itself, and mini marshmallows. I'm going to say it does kind of look like a fall blend because of the colors, but the marshmallows in there definitely make it more Christmassy. I don't know why I equate marshmallows with Christmas, but I do. Anyways, I'm excited to try this one, and it's decaf, so it means there's not going to be too much caffeine, maybe just trace amounts. In the tin, it smells a little spicy, in like the hazelnut sin cream, which I'm not exactly, cinnamon cream. Ha, there you go. That explains it. You can smell the cinnamon, and the hazelnut in there a little bit, and I'm expecting the vanilla and the chocolate chip to make it kind of almost like a spicy hot chocolate, even with a little bit more hazelnut in there. So it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be a pretty full flavor, but I'm really excited to try it. Ouch, it's hot again. So it's not as chocolatey as I thought it would be. So if you were planning on having this instead of hot chocolate, sorry, I was wrong. But you could probably put it in hot chocolate. I feel like the hazelnut, the cinnamon in there, even the vanilla would make it a very interesting cup of hot chocolate. It's spicy, not super spicy. I kind of feel like I didn't add enough tea in there, actually. It's not as strong or robust as I thought it would be. But I do have sugar in there, I do have some milk. It still doesn't feel like a very strong cup, and so I think with this one I should have added a little bit more tea than I normally do. I use just a scoop for all the other teas. I don't know what I did wrong. I might have to remake this one and see what's going on. But there is a little bit of spice in there. But it's muted. It tastes watered down. It's probably me. I'll figure it out. I let this steep a little longer, and it's definitely tasting better. So maybe I just didn't leave it in there long enough. Probably. I lost track of time, I guess. But it's the hazelnut cinnamon cream is really coming through. I think it's really the strongest flavor. The chocolate chips in there, I don't know if they are really adding any chocolate flavor in the tea itself. But the vanilla is smoothing it out. So it's a very nice cinnamony tea. It's not like super cinnamony. I'm not a big fan of cinnamon, so it's nice. It's a nice warm blend. The hazelnut cinnamon cream is definitely a great tea on its own, and I think in this blend it's nice as well. It's smoothed out by the vanilla, and the marshmallows in it make it really cute. Probably not my favorite of the blends out of all of them in there, but it's still a nice blend. Here's Adagio's final tinsel tea. It is Merry Mistletoe, which is pomegranate green tea with vanilla green tea and hollyberry sprinkles. And look how festive. It's a nice fruity blend. The pomegranate really comes through very nicely because it's mostly pomegranate, so I guess that explains it. But it's if you like pomegranate, it is a pretty strong pomegranate flavor. I don't know if I can really tell that there's vanilla in the blend, but I think that's kind of because the vanilla green tea isn't super vanilla-y to me, at least. But this is a nice fruity blend, and of course it's really festive. So it is another great cup. I added a little too much milk though, so it's like super milky, but even then it's still the pomegranate is a pretty strong fruity flavor, so it's nice. And pomegranate is a nice winter flavor as well. So alright, my favorite blend was probably the Deck the Halls, and again it's because it's got that cream in there, which is my favorite, but the cream in the Christmas blend, like the Christmas tea blend, just gives it a nice seasonal flavor. Also the chestnuts roasting was really good too. I did enjoy that one. I think my least favorite was probably Kris Kringle, just because it didn't have way too much flavor, but it did have that overall flavoring of the hazelnut cinnamon cream, which is a great tea anyway. So I think it was a good tea. It just wasn't as bold as I think it could have been, but that might have been because I made it incorrectly, so I'll have to try it again. Oh no, I'll have to make more tea. But another great investment. Really fun with all of the seasonal shapes that they have in there, and it's really fun just getting these special types of tea. So thanks Adagio for another fun blend, collection of blends I guess, and can't wait to see what you do next. As my hair dries, it gets crazier. That looks terrible. Anyway. I said quiet, I'm vlogging! I'm vlogging! So this is Deck the Halls.